Este video es un fragmento sacado de mi canal de Twitch. Hago directo los martes y los jueves. Sígueme ahí para no perderte nada. Vamos a ver el siguiente video que tengo. Un vistazo a la temporada 2024. Campeones, modos, arcane y más. ¿Alguien jugó a esto? ¿A eso de arcane? Yo creo que nadie. ¿O sí? Yo entré, jugué así dos cosas y ya está. Yo si entro en LOL es para jugar en la grieta del invocador, amigo. No voy a jugar otra cosa. Ni TFT, ni nada. Papi Faker levantando la copa. ¿Qué era eso? Supongo que es un modo de juego, ¿no? Temporada 2024.
Hey folks, I'm Andre, also known as Medler.
And I'm
Quedan
Jeremy,
bien los
aka
títulos, ¿no?
Brightman. Welcome back. We hope you all had a wonderful and happy holiday season, and we're really excited to welcome you to season 2024.
Now, we're filming this video in early November, so anything that happens between now and the start of the season won't be covered in this video. Today, we're going to be joined by more folks from across the league team to talk about some of the things coming in 2024, like ranked updates, new champions, some information about Arcane Season 2, and some updates on esports.
Now, before we get
O sea,
started,
tanta
don't forget
importancia le dan a
that
esto
when you jump
de
into a
arcade.
game in 5 days, Summoner's Rift is going to look and
O
feel
dijo
a little
arcane.
bit
No,
different.
dijo arcade.
Get ready for
Ya
some
no
new
sé, amigo.
objectives, map changes,
Estoy tan
and
quemado.
updates to the core item
¿Qué
system.
son estas cosas?
And as a reminder,
No,
Season
después vamos a ver
Start
también un
Cinematic is gonna be
video
releasing next week on
que es
January
un
10th.
resumen de todo el parche, digamos. Porque es gigante encima. Y a ver, lo iba a poner a leer. Pero
Hey
dije,
everyone,
no, mejor
I'm
me busco
Matthew
un video que me lo
Harrison,
expliquen y
the
ya
lead
está.
gameplay designer for League. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you all
Más
about
rápido, ¿no?
some of our thoughts on Ranked, some of our learnings from the changes we made last year, and what we want to do this year to help make your climbs better
Para el
for season
ascenso de la
2024.
temporada.
Last year, we added Emerald tier and increased LP gains to
Esmeralda, ahí
help
estoy
alleviate
yo,
any
amigo.
pain from
Re
increasing the number of
triste.
rank resets each year. And while we've seen an overall increase in match quality, there were some side effects that moved us away from where we want to take Ranked. We've seen much larger differences in visible ranks in games, meaning many of you saw players with different ranks in your matches, like a plat player in a silver game. So we're making some focused improvements
Sí,
on how
no
the rank
tanto así,
system
pero sí.
evaluates player skill to reduce these situations. These changes will be going live when you start your rank climb next week. The changes should help resolve some other pain points, such as losing more LP than you gain, even with a positive ranked win rate overall, and also help with differentiating between Smurf accounts and new players. As always, we'll be closely monitoring these changes, as well as your feedback to make adjustments as needed. Best of luck in your climbs, and welcome to Season 2024.
A ver. Básicamente los cambios que dicen todos los años. Tratar de diferenciar las cuentas de Smurf de los
Hi
nuevos,
everyone,
todo.
I'm Lexi Gao, aka Riot Lexical, the
Pero siempre,
Champions
o sea,
team
siempre hay
lead.
problema con eso
And I'm Soap
porque
May, also known as
¿Cómo
Soapbox,
haces?
production lead on the Champions team.
al menos una
We've been
partida
working
tiene que
on
jugar y
Skarner's
ya te
update for a
cagas.
while now, and we've been polishing him up to be ready for his big day. Meanwhile, he's getting ready for some fun too. Last time we talked about Skarner, we showed his gameplay, but we
Pero
never really talked about his lore.
Skarner was a founding member of the Yuntal, where he helped guide
Van a
and shape
reworkear.
Ishtal into the prospering region it is now. He is, however, very suspicious of the outside world and believes that Ishtal
A
should
ver.
be isolated to be safe. And he will
No
not
está
hesitate
tan
to
mal
run down
Skarner.
intruders to keep it that way.
Porque ya le
We're
habían
currently
cambiado
finishing up
las habilidades
Skarner's
un poco.
VGU, and we can't wait for you to skitter across the rift in the first half of the year.
After Skarner, we're working on 2 other champion updates. The first one is for a champion we haven't talked about before,
¿Que no
but
hemos hablado
plays a
antes?
pretty big role in a show that maybe you heard about, Arcane. We want to bring their Arcane version to the Rift with updated visuals and VO, while also giving some love to their gameplay. You can expect to see them early next year after the second season is over. As for what comes after the Arcane-inspired VGU, we're excited to announce that we'll finally be tackling Shyvana.
She has a great
La
theme.
Shyvana,
and
bueno,
has become
Shyvana
an
sí hace
iconic
rato
part
que
of the league roster.
necesita
Thus, we're thinking about refining and
mejora
progressing
visual,
who
sí,
she
sí.
is and tuning up her gameplay instead of a complete
Jugabilidad.
overhaul on her
Sí, a
narrative
ver.
and themes.
Eso de que
Think
tenga
more
una
Udyr
habilidad que
and less
tire
Connor.
todo
But
el
we
daño
want to
de
be
una.
transparent about her timeline.
No,
Shyvana's
no creo que sea
VG will
bueno.
not be released until 2025 after the
Hasta el
Arcane
2025.
Okay,
Recién
now on to the
empezamos
new champions.
2024.
We've been teasing a cute, small ADC that will be swooping into the rift soon. Me Smolder, the fiery fledgling.
Molder.
Look at our cute little son.
Una DC.
¡Es un dragón! ¡Ah! ¡Corre! ¡Ah! ¡Fuego!
Vuela, mira.
Al menos no terminé en un árbol otra vez. Hola, soy Smolder. Oh, mi mamá también dice hola. ¿Quién es el mejor dragón? Yo soy el mejor dragón.
Me gusta.
Mamá, ¿cómo se llaman las cositas de fuego junto a mis orejas? Ah, ok. ¿Yo hice eso?
A ver, me gusta este
Mira lo que
campeón.
puedo hacer. ¡Tontos mortales!
Estoy viendo demasiadas cosas que hace.
¿A dónde se fueron todos? ¡Oh, sí! ¿Viste eso, mamá?
A ver, entiendo que la ulti es lo que tira la madre desde arriba.
Está bien.
Es Molder. Está bueno ese campeón, amigo.
One of the goals we had for Smolder was to make a
Anda a
straightforward
saber cuándo va a salir. Va, bueno. Los campeones sí, que siempre, si lo muestran así como lo mostraron, ya lo tienen bastante terminado.
Aphelios, Samira, Zeri,
Decime,
Nila,
claro, decime que no sea complicado como Wave o cosas así, amigo.
Focused on honing his fire-breathing skills.
Afelio también.
And while
Porque tiene
Smolder
pinta que
may
tiene
be
varias
working
habilidades.
on his skills, his mom is never too far in the distance and is always ready to make an appearance when he needs her the most.
Que sea tipo Heimer,
we'll be heading
tipo que
further north to cool
activás,
off
no sé,
from all
poner la
that
ulti
dragon fire.
y tenés
Our
3
Vastarian
habilidades con la
solo laner
madre.
is someone we've been wanting to bring to the Rift for a while.
Aparece
But
así.
the last time we tried that development took a bit of a detour and we ended up with Silas.
But not to worry, the Champions team is back on the case and is focusing on making a new mid-range mage. We have another champion in the works who should be a familiar face to all of you. But we're gonna hand things over to Riot Brightmoon and Meddler to talk a little bit more about our new upcoming champion.
Alto cuadro. Blitz,
Last
Lux
year,
y
we shared that
Jinx.
Arcane Season 2 would be releasing globally this November.
En noviembre se
Everyone
lanza la
around is really
temporada de
excited by the
Arcane.
show, and we've been inspired to bring Arcane into game more. We're excited to show you a small preview of one of the things the League
ver.
team's been working on.
Esto sí me interesa.
So the first bit of Arcane you'll be seeing in League will be Mbessa Madara.
Esta era
to
como
bring
la,
Noxian domination to the Rift.
la de Noxus, la
And much
comandante.
like how she is in the show, she won't be for the faint of
A ver,
heart.
a mí me gustó la serie Arcane.
Don't let her large
Mucho.
stature fool you though. She brings both strength and speed, sidestepping attacks with surprising agility.
And Mbessa is only the first piece of Arcane coming to League this year. To celebrate Arcane Season 2, we'll have Arcane-inspired gameplay and a new
Una jugabilidad, un modo de
BGU, new
juego.
skins, as well as a few other surprises. I am so excited for the new season. I hope you are too. Can we show them a clip?
Sí, por
Maybe
favor.
just one?
Okay, one, but just a short one.
Porque que es como un teaser de Arcane. De Arcane. Sing it. No me acuerdo bien en qué había quedado la serie. O sea, Víctor se estaba por convertir en lo que es Víctor. Eso me acuerdo. ¿Qué era ese bicho gigante? Ah, re corto, amigo, el teaser. Maestría de campeón.
Hey everyone, I'm Evan
A ver,
Humphries, aka
esto
Riot
no me
Revenancer,
interesa, la
the
verdad.
lead system designer for our motivations team. We're responsible for creating and maintaining the various systems around the game like loot, honor, and champion mastery, which is what I'm here to talk to you all about today. Champions are the most central part of League, and we love the dedication that a lot of you have to your mains. We want mastering champions to be a meaningful experience that lets you differentiate more between players who play champions some and players who play them a ton.
Yo creo que el campeón con más maestría que tengo es Thresh.
So, we're uncapping the leveling system
Y
and
después
letting
sigue
you
el
show off
Sim.
exactly how much you play your favorite
Y
champions.
después Blitz.
Levels 7 through 10 will unlock new versions
Voy a
of the
decir que me
Master
gusta
Team mode.
desposicionar a
And
los
after that,
demás.
we'll add an evolving number that displays your
campeones
total
que
mastery
mueven
level
al
from
enemigo.
11 and beyond. And don't worry, your current champion mastery points will carry over to the new system. So if you've already grinded to mastery 7 on your main,
Bueno, sí,
there's no
no me
need to
importa
get as
mucho
we
lo
get closer
de
to launch.
modos. A ver.
Hey everyone, I'm Eduardo Cadmus Cortejoso,
Eduardo.
and I'm a team lead for game modes on League of Legends.
Hi, I'm Selena Chuchu Chang Liu, the delivery lead on the most team.
So last year, we released Arena and we received a huge amount of support from all of you. We brought it back in December to test out some
Como
changes
sí,
and
como
make
que
some
este año hubo
improvements.
bastantes
We're happy to share, though, that it's coming back
cositas,
again
digamos.
in the first half of this year with even more improvements. Our goal for the next iteration of Arena is to increase champion diversity, improve game-to-game variance, and foster even more experimentation. One of our favorite parts of Arena is the ability to play some fun and wacky combinations that wouldn't and maybe shouldn't work in Summoner's Rift. So we want to encourage that with some more targeted changes to gameplay and game balance. The biggest change you'll see is that we're increasing the number of teams from 4 teams of 2 to 8 teams of 2, for a total of 16 players in each game of Arena, making Arena a 2v2, v2, 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 v2. This means that you'll face different teams more often, have more chances at redemption, and
A ver,
maybe get out
poné,
early
vuelvo a
or
decir lo
crush the
mismo. Yo,
competition if you're really
si
doing
entro
well.
del LoL es para jugar en la
can
grieta,
also
amigo.
expect to
A lo
see
sumo,
some
cuando
new
ya estoy muy
augments,
quemado de la
new
grieta,
maps,
juego
and
un
some
ARAM,
other
2
improvements
ARAM.
that we're still right now exploring.
Hasta que ganen
Outside of
ARAM.
Arena, we are also bringing back
No
more
se iba
game
nunca,
modes
jugaba
this
para
year.
siempre.
Earth will be back for Lunar New Year, and then we'll be following
Bueno,
that
uf,
up
como
with
siempre.
One
También
for
los
All.
modos de juego
We'll be
también
sure
no
to
me,
update you later in the
no me
year.
interesa
Even
mucho.
with all the work
¿Qué más
happening
hay?
on Arena last year,
Uy,
we
hay
still
un
have
montón de modos.
something
Ah, no.
else cooking behind
empieza
the
acá?
scenes.
We're experimenting with
Antitrampa.
yet another new mode that,
Sí,
like
no
Arena,
me-
will be a totally different take on core league gameplay. But unlike Arena,
no me
this will be a
interesa
little bit
mucho.
more of a
Pero
chill
acá hay
way to
cosas
spend
que no
time
son
with
de
your
antitramp.
friends.
Ah,
We don't want to
aspectos
spoil
acá.
too much yet, so
Ahí está. Estaba viendo los capítulos del video, por eso.
Hey
Aspectos.
everyone, I'm Stephanie 100 Piece Nuggets Leong, the skins team lead.
And I'm Thomas Ranby, aka Riot Hylia, the concept art
Parte
lead for skins.
conceptual aspecto.
Today we're going to talk a bit about some of the upcoming thematics for League, some of our goals for 2024, and we're going to give you all an update on our ASUs. But first, I believe we owe you an updated prestige skin list.
Yes, we do.
Prestigioso. Acá. Ah, me parecía que estaban mal escritos.
In the first half of the year, you can expect prestige skins for Rakan, Ezreal, Kindred, Evelynn, and Kayle in that
Evelynn.
order. We'll be back later in the year to give you all an update on the second half of the year. We also wanted to give
Tanto
you
se
all
usa
an
Evelynn.
update on our 2 ASUs. Lee Sin's base is finalized, and we've been working through his extensive skin catalog. We spent a lot of
Oh.
time testing out his animations to make sure we didn't impact his smooth
Oh,
gameplay,
amigo.
and have been sure to similarly focus on this with his skins. We're really
Pero,
excited to put him
¿cómo le gusta
and
sacar
his newly
skins de los
unbroken
mismos
deck
campeones?
into your
No sé,
hands,
Lux, por
and you can
ejemplo,
expect to
tiene
bring him onto the
un
Rift
montón
in
de
early
skins.
May. We
Y siguen
did want to
sacando
give
de-
you a heads up that
Ah,
we
entiendo que
have
son
run into
campeones
a few challenges with Teemo.
Que se usan mucho,
Such
pero
troublemaker.
igual.
Mischievous.
Ugh,
Lee Sin
seriously.
se usa mucho, pero
His
para.
ASU is taking us a bit
tantos
longer than
skins
we
le va a sacar.
originally intended, and we're currently figuring out our updated timelines, but we'll be back with an update later this year with a sweeper to let you know when to expect an updated Swift Scout on the Rift.
All right. Now on to the new and returning skin thematics
A
of the
ver,
year.
esto me
So
interesa.
first up, we're going to be celebrating the Lunar New Year with a brand new thematic called Heaven
Reino
Scale, which
Celestial.
pays homage to the rich cultural heritage of the holiday. In the world of Heaven Scale, a curious court of deities take on human guises and descend from their palaces in the clouds to take part in the mortal celebrations below. So Heaven Scale's design fantasy skews a bit more heavily
gusta.
into ancient
Es
historical
como un
divinity
estilo medio-
environments in order to distance itself from our more
medio
modern
japonés.
takes on the Lunar New Year, like Lunar Beasts or Firecracker. We wanted to take care to preserve the majestic and beautiful designs while also
Me gusta.
keeping a fun and celebratory
¿Es
tone
real?
in line with the spirit of the holiday. We also have another brand new thematic coming up that delves into a world where primal instinct reigns supreme, called Primal Ambush. Primal Ambush draws heavy inspirations from the refined
Bien.
skill of martial artists and the raw, fierce
Estos no me gustan
strength of
tanto.
tigers themselves.
Son medio salvajes,
We wanted to
digamos.
show some love to our Southeast Asian players in particular
Sí.
with this thematic, We really drew a ton of inspiration from that region, the fashions of those cultures, where tigers naturally live and hold a great deal of cultural significance.
We'll also have the return of some established thematics like porcelain, recent favorite fairy court, as well as some well-loved thematics we haven't visited in a few years, like Project and Blood Moon. And you can expect to see all of these come out before summer this year.
Hay
We've
campeones
also
que
been taking a look at some improvements we can
cambian
make
tanto con
outside
los
of just
skins
what
que no
new
sabes qué
skins are
campeones.
releasing. So
Hay
some
veces
of
que
our
te-
older legendaries, for instance, were released before we
Tenés que
started
mirar dos
adding
veces para saber
content
qué
such as
campeón es.
legendary borders. So we're going to be going back to add them to skins that missed out. This includes skins such as Broloff, Corporate Mundo, and Dragon Trainer Tristana. Trist will actually be live in just a few days.
And finally, we have some skins coming out for champions who haven't had as much love in a little bit. As of filming, Rammus is currently sitting in the 1000-Day Club, and Olaf is hot on his tail.
All right, well, that's it for us for now. We're going to hand things over to the
Es que
esports team, who will give you an
el
update on
de
the
Ramos
competitive
es
side of the league
demasiado
that
bueno,
we
amigo.
definitely should have been drafted for.
Yep, absolutely.
Silver 2.
I am iron.
Está bien. Hacen los diseños de los skins, ¿qué quiere que sea?
Hi everyone, I'm Nazala Taha.
And I'm Chris Greeley.
¿Y
And we are
estos?
so excited to kick off the 14th season of Lolly Sports. And we want to give you a look at
estos
some
son los
of our
del-
plans for 2024. So
A
let's
ver,
start
¿dónde-
by talking about
el
our
MSI
global events,
y dónde
MSI
es
and
el
Worlds.
mundial?
We want our international events to have a strong regional representation so that the best teams from each region can fight it out on the global stage. This year, we're making it so that there are 3 base slots
plazas.
for the LPL, LCK, LEC, and LCS at Worlds, with new ways for teams and regions to earn additional slots. The LLA, CBLOL, PCS, and the VCS will have their slots remain unchanged.
And we're keeping the same double elim format from MSI 2023, but we're going to up the stakes even more this year. For the first time ever, the winning MSI team will be
Mira.
awarded a guaranteed spot at Worlds, which also counts as an additional slot.
Eso
for
es
their region.
medio, porque
And the next best performing region at
El que gana el
MSI
MSI
will
casi siempre
secure
se queda
an
en
additional
cuarto.
world seed for their region.
Yeah,
O por
we
ahí.
can't wait to see the increased competition at MSI this year.
And while we're talking about MSI, we wanted to share that this year's MSI will be held from
No, o
May
sea, le
1st
daría lugar a
through the
uno,
19th in
claro,
Chengdu,
a uno más
China.
atrás.
This is the first time we've brought a
Estaría
global
bueno por
Lolly
eso,
Sports
porque el del
event to
MSI
this
siempre
vibrant city,
clasifica,
and
o sea,
we're so excited to see the
es raro
amazing
que no
crowds
clasifique el
there cheer
campeón
on
del
their
MSI
favorite teams.
al World.
And we'll be back with more updates on MSI the closer we get to the event.
Last year in Korea, we announced that Worlds would be returning to Europe, with the finals taking place in London, England at the O2 Arena. Today, we wanted to let you know where the rest of the tournament will be held.
Well, we'll be kicking off Worlds in Berlin at our newly remodeled esports arena for the play-ins and Swiss stages. Then we'll head to the Adidas Arena in Paris, France,
Me acabo de dar cuenta que tengo
quarterfinals
que
and semifinals.
empezar a ver cosas
Fans
del
brought
chat porque
so much energy to the Paris finals in 2019,
Eso
and we're really
es-
excited to
es
see
spam.
what you all do for not just 1, but 2 stages of Worlds there.
Worlds will run from September 24th through November 2nd, and we'll be back later this year as we get closer to the event to announce ticket sales dates.
Now,
Bueno.
as we embark on the 2024
estaría bueno
season,
ir
we
a
are
ver el
so proud
mundial.
to commemorate 14 remarkable
A ver qué es
years
lo
of
último.
Lolly Sports.
Conclusión.
Throughout this decade,
All right, before we
Otra vez
go,
estos
I
dos.
wanted to remind you that we're celebrating a special birthday for League this year.
¿Por qué?
We are turning 15.
15 años
We are
ya.
so close to being able to finally drive a car.
Oh, in the US at least. But we're looking forward to celebrating with you all later this year. We're not doing new game announcements this time. This year is all about League and celebrating our 15th birthday with all of you.
So look forward to the celebrations coming in October. And as a reminder,
Falta
don't
para
forget to
octubre.
check out the dev blogs that go into more detail on some of the topics we discussed today. We'll also be back with our regular dev updates as usual after this video. So we'll be seeing you soon.
Best of luck on your climbs, and welcome to season 2024.
Bueno,
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be.